My name is Llewelynn, and I was the director of the Anna Wolf Believer music video.
And my name is Anna Wolf, and we'll be taking you through the behind the scenes of my Believer music video, and which you'll also get to see some of the shots that did not make the final cut of the video. We got an amazing opportunity to film in a church in Twickenham in London, and the place was absolutely extraordinary. Beautiful high ceilings with great natural lighting. It was like the perfect space to really convey the message behind the track. I knew that in order to really execute on a great music video and a visual that would really stay true to the song itself, that I had to team up with people who were like-minded, and it was pretty obvious to go with a production house like Dark Matter Studios.
When Anna approached us to do the music video, it was in between productions, so we had not much time to plan anything, but I believe that's usually the best way to get things done. When you don't have enough time, it just results in you planning everything so much better. Of course, with a music video and the budget levels that you work at, you don't always have a lot of time or a lot of days or actually a lot of resources. So you have to be extra creative and extra careful when planning your day out and knowing what you want to do and the shots that you want to get, because in this industry, it's so easy just to run away with things and do things that take much longer. But with a music video, you sort of only have one shot at it, and even though you have the creative license to cut things around it, it must still make sense and it must still be in line with the artist's vision and the director's vision. And I found that with the team we had on the day and all the planning that Anna and I had done before the actual shoot day, really paid off, and you could see it in the music video very clearly.
The scene was particularly quite hard to shoot. I knew that in order to really convey the message behind the song, I had to really delve deep into my past and almost create a montage like thought pattern of what I went through in order to really go there, I guess, emotionally. The song speaks of domestic violence and finding strength through vulnerability. And for a long time, it took me quite a few years actually to speak out about what I witnessed as a child. I was quite shy about it and didn't quite know how to find meaning in it, as it was a very, very dark time in my life. I get quite, I guess, dancey in this scene, and I remember stretching my back so far backwards that it was quite painful, and but I knew that those kind of movements was exactly what it was going to take in order to get a cool shot.
And one thing as well that happened on the day was we were told in the last few hours that we actually have less time with the venue than anticipated. So we had to very quickly just look at our shot list and change a few things. But again, because of Anna's adaptability, it was no problem at all. We had a wonderful team. We had a few people that we had worked on in our previous production at Dark Matter Studios, from the makeup team, from the camera team. And then we had the opportunity to work with Edward Gibbs, who is a renowned DP in the advertising space as well. So it was wonderful to see all these talents come together on the day.
The song speaks of narcissism, domestic violence, and yet plays off in a holy space. I needed that to really convey the message of a complete binary. We as individuals, as human beings, aren't perfect, and we are full of color and full of metaphors and full of flaws. And I feel that when we label and box things, that is where we lose touch. That is where we lose sight. And that is where we as individuals move further away from each other. I wanted all of those elements to play into each other and make people question as they watched it. One of my good friends organized a couple of really talented dancers, and this is actually one of the bloopers of a clear indication that I'm not a professional dancer. But it was great fun, and they humored me. They were patient. The pages represent thoughts that we as individuals tell ourselves on a daily basis. Things that we might have witnessed as kids, or things that we are doing in our daily lives that is absolute learned behavior. I constantly need to check in with myself and remind myself that I'm not my stories and that I'm not these labels that I place on myself. So the pages raining down on me definitely represent my old self and now and again the old patterns that do pop up. My dearest friend Pitt helped us out on the day to play the pasta. I knew I needed someone to represent a figure that had authority to change and impact someone else's life, and that was a complete metaphor for someone who is a narcissist and who would use his narcissistic traits to overwhelm and overshadow someone's life.
Working with Anna Wolf was an absolute treat. She is very, very clear on what she wants. She makes decisions quickly. She's very creative. And whatever the situation, whether it's something that didn't work on the day or something that changed in the plan, she's extremely adaptable.
I can definitely extend that compliment, Llewelynn. You gave me the space to breathe and basically just do what I needed to do creatively. So that's a wrap for the fun facts and behind the scenes of the Believer music video. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did making it. And thank you so much for the support and for always opening up your hearts to my stories.